The people of Hong Kong already knew how this story would end. But still, they queued up to see it. What would be the fate of the man who's been called this city's greatest dissident? As Jimmy Lai's verdicts came down, they could only quietly watch on. The fervent pro-democracy figure guilty of national security offences. We've no expectation for the verdict, this woman says. There's no hope, there's no fairness. Jimmy Lai was one of this city's most bombastic figures. A billionaire media tycoon, a lifelong critic of Beijing.
Whatever they do is fine.
An open supporter of pro-democracy protests. But in the crackdown that followed these scenes, opposition is now deemed a crime. Lai's case, a landmark example. In court, Jimmy Lai looked thin and drawn, but he smiled and waved at his family and for a moment looked really struck by the emotion of it all. There was never really any doubt about what this verdict would be, but it is nonetheless a hugely symbolic moment for Hong Kong. It is a conclusion of sorts, not just for Jimmy Lai, but for the wide-ranging crackdown that's been seen here, the curtailing of free press and free speech. Outside court, Lai's family were not free to speak.
Is it possible to get your response to the verdict today?
Doing so here could be dangerous. That was left to his son and lawyers in London. Lai is a British citizen. They say the government needs to act now.
Well, my biggest fear is that, because obviously that I never see my father again, that he dies in the Hong Kong prison. He's a British citizen, so if he dies in prison, it changes what we stand for as a country. We must not let that happen, and the Prime Minister can do a lot. It's about putting actions behind words. It's about making my father's release a precondition to closer ties with China.
The authorities here insist Lai used his newspaper and connections to incite violence and try to overthrow China's government. Nonsense, say pro-democracy figures. Emily is one of the few still willing to speak. She says hopes for improvement now slim.
Never say never, but I'm a realist. I know that people are terrified. Most people they do not want to fight for independence, but they want to be free.
Jimmy Lai was taken from court back to the prison where he's been held in solitary confinement. His trial is a marker for how Hong Kong has changed, and one that's been watched by the world. Helen-Ann Smith, Sky News in Hong Kong.